We live in times of excess, excessive complaining, excessive food, excessive hair on your food, you name it. We can't get enough of these. But you know what we can't get enough of? Watches. Yes. So let's mix it up a bit. Instead of getting more watches or not having enough watches, as you may think, let's treat the watches that we have a little bit more special. And that's where this big hunk of a thing comes into play. This Enigwatch Impresario, it's really impressive as you could see already. And it's a premium watch winder, and come on, it really does look premium to me. But are you going to pay a premium for such a watch winder for your watches? Well, let's find out. How am I gonna? Can I just like? I can't even like move this. Watch winders of the $1,100 kind are not exactly mass appeal material, but this one from Enigwatch packs a lot of features that's definitely deserving of its luxury tag. First and my favorite is the fingerprint lock. This button is always consistent to operate and can hold up to 5 different fingers in memory. It's a neat touch of tech to an otherwise classic looking furniture. And when I say classic, I mean the opulently luxurious kind, as this features a Macassar wood grain with a piano gloss finish. It's a look that would definitely match your yacht interior. The Impresario line is a collection that uses these chromed out stands that elevates the whole watch winder above the rest in more ways than one. The backside is also not spared with this brushed steel plate housing all of the external controls for this winder. It would have been nice to have the DC plug located elsewhere, but then again, we're talking about a watch winder that's already more expensive than most watch collections in the first place. There are 3 buttons to operate: the power button, which powers the whole winding system, a rotation button for the winder, and the charge button for the fingerprint lock. While the whole winding system needs to be constantly plugged to your power outlet, the fingerprint lock works independently. I think that's great. So even in the event of power outages, you can still take out your watches. The reset button for the fingerprint lock is located inside the winder. They cut corners here on the lining, but you likely would have not noticed it if I didn't point it out. I'm attracted to the visual fusion of technology and craft. While Enigwatch offers some simpler models to choose from, the Impresario line has a touchscreen display in front of the winder. This lets you configure your experience along with making it a little more practical as it's within reach all the time, rather than being on the back or side. The technology is also applied elsewhere that's not readily visible. Programmable rotors, noise-free Japanese mechanism, anti-electromagnetic lining, a cooling system, it's all there. Invisible excess of the good kind. Watch collectors are very particular when it comes to visual presentation, and here, Enigwatch ensures that they have the shine to match your Daytona, or in this case, your, well, PRX. I'm also impressed, no pun intended, with the kind of hinges that they used. It's very easy to use a more visually appealing hardware, but here, the brand makes a great choice by using these horizontally fused hinges. This provides the right amount of stability and security for all of your precious watches. I know I'm nerding out here, but I love these types of mechanisms. It digs well inside both wooden parts and lays flat against each other. Then there's the actual watch holders. These are versatile and can hold most watch types with its design. First, it uses this spring-loaded telescoping body that adapts to even smaller wrist sizes. Then they use this padded extension to not only prevent scratches, but also can be detached for an even more tight fit. This is just perfect for my small pale pirate wrist, and it makes it quite easy to fit the watches. It also provides a firm hold of your watch, keeping it in place as it tumbles along the winder. The only questionable design choice is this fixed slat that relies on the natural flexibility of the plastic. You will need to squeeze these tabs to unlock the holder from its winding barrel. Who knows up until when this will last and how resistant it is to the brittling effect as it ages. Enigwatch said that they would be more than willing and happy to send you replacement parts for these. Once you're done fitting your watch into the holder, you can now click the holder into place. After you close the door, the winder will automatically start winding again, a lovely feature expected from a luxury item. Lastly, it also comes with a remote control, so you can have access to all of the features that's available from the touchscreen inside the winder. It's a convenient feature that I'm surprised to play around with more often than I thought of. You two have some comments regarding the unboxing of this Enigwatch Impresario. Melvin Ramirez asks, "Nice. Is it true that you only need the watch winder if you have a perpetual calendar complication watch?" Well, yes and no. You can always just wear your perpetual calendar watch so that it doesn't run out of wind and it will continue to tell the most accurate calendar time. Or, of course, you could use a watch winder like this from Enigwatch and you can set it to a configuration that it doesn't have to wind all day. Studio Underdog, not the brand, but the original Studio Underdog of YouTube, says that cheap watch winders are known to demagnify watches, resulting in malfunctioning of the watches. Is this one designed not to do that? Thank you. According to Enigwatch, the internal motor adopts a closed design which is separate from the watch. It ensures that the watches will always stay perfectly wound and ready to use without any magnetization. They also added some anti-magnetic lining so to secure your watch from all of these magnetic damages. So-called Watch Review says that the brand also hit them up and there's likely going to be another review of the Impresario or any other watch winder from Enigwatch in the near future, so watch out for So-called Watches reviews. Yes, there's still a hesitation for buying and owning watch winders. In fact, you might already have expected that I would much rather have a new set of straps than a watch winder for my budget Miyota tickers. On top of that, I have a few quartz watches and G-Shocks, so that really stacks the odds against any watch. But we watch pirates love spinning things, and I don't care what you think about winding a G-Shock, but that looks cool to me. It's nowhere near logical nor practical, but a $1,000 watch winder shouldn't be that eccentric of a fit in this pirate ship. So this particular luxury item now sits in full display in my living room. In a world where the excessive and unnecessary can be perceived as luxury, Enigwatch hits all of the marks and more with its luxurious Impresario. We live in times of excess. Excessive food, excessive complaining, excessive hair, excessive food on your hair. No, wait. That's wrong. Oh, okay. Uh, I'm